We've arrived at Jonathan Dickinson State Park in Florida. Let's go check it out. As you pull into the state park, you'll just check in with the ranger at the entrance station. They have RV parking right across from the entrance station if your site's not ready. Okay, so this is a map of Jonathan Dickinson State Park. We're up here at the entrance station. We're going to go down Park Drive, and our first stop is going to be here at the where you can catch the boat tours. Melody and I have went on this boat tour before on the Loxahatchee River. It's a really nice boat tour. So we're going to show you that facility first, then we're going to go over to the campground, and then when we finish at the campground, we're going to take you to the overlook area, which is up in here. There's a tower, and you can actually see the Atlantic Ocean from that observation tower. So let's get to it. Okay, well, we've come down to the concession tour boat area. You can also rent kayaks and canoes here. They have a picnic area down here, but it's right on the Loxahatchee River. Last time Melody and I were here, we took a boat tour, and if I can find those photos, I'll give you a few pics of that boat tour. It was really a really nice boat tour, well worth the time. Let's go down and take a look at where you can catch the boat tour at. Okay, well, here is the building where you catch the Loxahatchee boat tour, and the boat dock is just right down here. Let's go check it out. So there's another vantage point of the concession area. That's where you buy your tickets at, and they have a dock here where you can also rent the kayaks. They have a bunch of kayaks and canoes here. And then just on the other side here is where you would catch the boat tour. Let me walk you down in there. Out in here is the picnic area that they have right along the river. They have several boats. It looks like this one here's the River Queen. The tour will take you down to a wild camping area, an old camp. I forget the name of the camp, but it was a fur trader, and there's a little rustic village set up, and you actually depart the boat tour, check out the little rustic village there, and then reboard the boat and come back up the river. But it was well worth a trip down this river, and the day we did it was absolutely gorgeous. Again, if I found those photos, I'll put some up right now. They have a multi-use paved trail in the park here. This is just a massive park. For brevity's sake, I didn't give you dash cam footage, but you travel a number of miles from the entry station back through this lush forest. A lot of pine scrub, and it's just beautiful. But this walking trail goes for quite a ways, and I've seen people bicycling on here. We took our bikes out here a couple years ago. Like I said, there's multiple trails here, FYI. They do have guided horse trail rides and horse-drawn wagon rides here at Jonathan Dickinson State Park. Got some nice looking horses here. Okay, so there's two different campgrounds. This is the Pine Grove campground, and they also have a river campground. There was only one site I liked down there in the river campground, so we're going to do the Pine Grove campground first. This is site number 3. Pretty nice site. You can get your rig level here. No overhead obstructions. Got water. This is going to be a full hookup site. There's your soar right there. And then you have your 30-50 amp electric service. This is a really nice campground at Jonathan Dickinson State Park. That's a look at your campsite. You got a grill back in the corner, fire pit, table. Just about any size rig can fit in that site. Site number 3, going down in the book. Site number 5, also a nice site. Any size rig can fit in there. That's going to be a full hookup, 30-50 amp site. Site number 9, also a nice site. Going down in the book. Jonathan Dickinson State Park Campground. Site number 15 is just a humongous site. Look how long that site is. So long we're going to walk back in there to see all the site. Okay, so you're also going to have 30-50 amp full hookup site. There's your soar off in the corner. And you have a huge sitting area. There's our trash bins on the other side, but they have a fence up there. Still a nice site, site number 15. Across the street is site 14. I'm only showing you preferred sites. These are sites that I would like to come back and camp in. That site's a little short and it's got a slant to it. In fact, quite a few of these sites have a slant where you'd have to work at getting your rig level. This is another look back at site 15. That's a keeper going down the book. One of the nicest sites here is site 17. Got a lot of privacy. It sits back in the pocket there. Site number 18, another site you can't go wrong with. And over here is site number 16. Site 16 is also going to be a full hookup, 30-50 amp connection. And you can get any size rig in there, and you can get level. Site number 20, another site you can't go wrong with here at Jonathan Dickinson State Park Campground. There are the restrooms back in there, and this site right here, site 23, is going to be another keeper. There's a look back at site 23. Here's another vantage point of site number 23. That one's going down the book. Those are the premium, or not premium, but preferred campsites here in the Pine Grove campground. Let's go down. I did select one site down in the river campground here within the park. Let's go take a look. Okay, they do have a playground here in the Pine Grove campground, and just beyond the playground is a picnic pavilion area. So right now I'm going to take you down to the river campground. There's the restroom and shower house at the river campground in Jonathan Dickinson State Park. And coming down here a second time, I guess there's more than one site I'm going to show you here. They're pull-through sites. And so let me get you over there. Here's the first pull-through site I want to show you. It's site 101. You can get just about any size rig in there. You have a paved seating area, fire ring, grill, picnic table. You have 30 and 50 amp electric service. You have water, no sewer at the site. So I'm gonna give you a look back. That's site 101. So that's going down the book for the River Campground at Jonathan Dickinson State Park, site 101. Right next to site 101 is site 105. And it's also a very nice site, almost identical to site 101. So you can put 105 down for a preferred campsite going down the book. And there's another vantage point of site 105. I love these big rig friendly campsites. And the last site I'm going to show you in the River Campground is site 109. Again, you have 30-50 amp electric hookup, water, no sewer. They do have a dump station on your way out of the campground. And here's a final look back at site 105. So right now I'm going to take you over to the Hobe Sound observation tower that's within the Jonathan Dickinson State Park. And you do have a vantage point of not only the prairie within the park, but you have a vantage point looking out. You have visibility of the Atlantic Ocean as well. Let's go check out the Hobe Mountain Observation Tower. Well, up on the hill there is the observation tower, but this is something I didn't know. The Jonathan Dickinson State Park used to be Camp Murphy, a U.S. Army base in World War II. And subsequent to World War II, they deconstructed the buildings and turned the property over to the state of Florida for a state park. There's a 10-minute walk up to the Hobe Mountain Observation Tower, and it is really scenic. You just have, you can see the tip of the tower up over the hill there. There's a better vantage point of the Hobe Mountain Observation Tower. I've been up there, maybe half a dozen times, and it is a pretty impressive view. Let's go check it out. There's a view of the park road coming in, and this is the expansive prairie. That's within the body of the park. So it was supposed to be a clear day today, but given it's Florida, you never know what you're going to get. But dead center of your screen, that's the intercoastal and the Atlantic Ocean right above it. I think I'm going to leave it here. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.